Welcome to another episode of Decoding the Past, where we challenge misconceptions, explore the untold, and dive deep into historical truths. I'm your host, Professor Alex Gomez, and today we're taking a fascinating journey into the so called false origins of Mesoamerican civilizations. Let's start by defining Mesoamerica. What is Mesoamerica? It's a historical region and cultural area stretching from central Mexico through Belize, Guatemala, El Salvador, Honduras, Nicaragua, and northern Costa Rica. Within this vibrant region, pre-Columbian societies thrived long before Spanish colonization. These civilizations, like the Olmecs, Mayas, and Aztecs, shared cultural practices and traditions that were passed down over centuries. But when Europeans encountered these awe-inspiring cities and structures, their immediate reaction wasn't admiration, it was doubt. Let's explore the birth of false theories about the Mesoamerican civilizations. The Europeans of the time struggled to believe that Mesoamericans could have independently built such monumental architecture and developed advanced sciences. This doubt birthed a range of unfounded theories driven by ethnocentrism, a bias where people view the world solely from their own cultural lens. This ethnocentrism gave rise to dangerous prejudices, racism, tribalism, and even sexism that continue to influence our educational systems today. The internet, sadly, has become a hotbed for pseudo-archaeology. From YouTube videos to blogs, we see claims about aliens building pyramids, Atlantean refugees spreading technology, or Europeans being the true originators of ancient civilizations. Let's start with the Atlantis hypothesis. One of the most enduring myths is the Atlantis hypothesis. Advocates argue that survivors of this fictional continent brought their knowledge to Mesoamerica, inspiring the Teotihuacanos and Mayans. These claims, made without any academic or indigenous evidence, even suggest that the Tula warriors, iconic Toltec statues, represent Atlanteans or aliens. After the 20th century rejection of the Atlantis hypothesis, speculation shifted toward theories of transoceanic contact to explain the origins of Mesoamerican civilizations. For instance, one of the most commonly cited examples is the comparison between the Egyptian pyramids and the Mesoamerica. Another claim comes from Afrocentrism, which posits that the Olmecs were connected to Africa because their colossal stone heads supposedly resemble African features. While this perspective aims to highlight African influence, genetic studies over the past 2 decades show no evidence of pre-Columbian African contributions to indigenous populations. Next, we have the Jaredites, a group described in the Book of Mormon as people who left the Old World to establish a civilization in the Americas. Some Mormons even identify Quetzalcoatl, a god of creation, as a white bearded man with blue eyes who brought knowledge to the Mayans. Cultural diffusionists also link the Olmecs to Nordic ancestry, citing bearded figures and specific nose shapes as evidence of ancient visitors from Europe. Yet again, these theories lack any substantial evidence. Chinese refugees and alien architects. Another curious hypothesis connects the Olmecs to Shang Dynasty China, based on perceived similarities between Olmec symbols and Shang script. While intriguing, this theory remains speculative at best, and of course we can't forget the alien theory. According to ufologists, extraterrestrials provided Mesoamericans with advanced knowledge of astronomy and mathematics. While it makes for entertaining TV, it undermines the intellectual and cultural ingenuity of these ancient societies. The recurring theme here is a refusal to credit Mesoamericans for their achievements, whether it's aliens, Atlanteans, or outsiders. These false narratives rob indigenous people of their history and accomplishments. Fortunately, archaeologists and historians are fighting back. They're using social media, blogs, podcasts, and other platforms to debunk pseudo-archaeology and explain the scientific methods behind real discoveries. So, what can we learn from this? The myths we've discussed today reveal more about the biases of their creators than the civilizations they attempt to explain. Critically, there is no material evidence, such as artifacts, inscriptions, or genetic markers, to substantiate claims of direct contact or influence between ancient Egypt and Mesoamerican cultures. Trade routes, navigational technologies, and L. Thanks for joining me, Professor Alex Gomez, on Decoding the Past. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. Until next time, stay curious and question the narratives.